Hi there, and welcome to Apple World. Tyler Perry and Eddie Murphy are in a warmed go-ahead to head over none other than the savage Monique picture. Eddie Murphy, normally the Lord of Satire, freely disgraces Tyler Perry, blaming him of taking advantage of dark craftsmen and unreasonably treating the frank Monique "I don't care where the cash comes from" in the event that you said, "Well, I'm not in that frame of mind of composing checks with the expectation of complimentary," I said, "and I'm not in that frame of mind for working free of charge, so we have a common understanding, yet that is simply a hint of something larger." There's discussion of treacheries, ghosting, and even murmurs that Perry has been taking advantage of his own local area, with Murphy's sensational allegations and Monique's determined battle for equity. This outrage is uncovering a few serious breaks in Hollywood's sparkling exterior. Don't miss out as we plunge profoundly into this touchy standoff that got everybody talking. I think that when I first needed to say I must shout out and also stand up yet prior to digging into the warmed clash between Tyler Perry and Eddie Murphy. It's vital to figure out the starting points of Monique's well-established fight with Hollywood heavyweights Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey. This adventure, loaded up with allegations of disloyalty control and double dealing, began once again 10 years prior. Furthermore, it has given no indications of chilling off. The story starts in 2009 with the arrival of the widely praised film valuable Monique, who played the oppressive mother of the title character and conveyed an exhibition that procured her a foundation grant for Best Supporting Entertainer. In spite of this vocation characterizing accomplishment, what unfurled in the background was a web of contention and debate that radically modified Monique's direction in Hollywood. No, in the event that you just crusade. "I'm letting you know right now," I said, "Tyler, I can't do a routine. I have no contract." Monique guaranteed that her refusal to partake in the broad special visit for valuables without extra remuneration prompted her being named as troublesome and eventually blacked out by the business. As per Monique, she had previously satisfied her authoritative commitments and decided to center around her family and other proficient responsibilities, a choice that didn't agree with the film's makers, including Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry. As Monique put it, "I have done it." Part of the strain heightened when Oprah Winfrey welcomed Monique's alienated sibling, Gerald IMS, onto her syndicated program. IMS freely conceded to attacking Monique when they were kids. This profoundly private disclosure was communicated without Monique's consent, driving her to feel double-crossed by somebody she once revered. She communicated her shock in "That's why the different meetings underlining Oprah's activities were a huge treachery," further stressing their relationship. "Now I start to see plugs with my sibling, my mom, my dad, and my other sibling," in one of her numerous authentic interviews. Monique described how Tyler Perry at first seemed to help her position. She asserted that Perry secretly apologized for his job in the kickback against her but later withdrawn his expression of remorse when he found she had recorded their discussion just for Tyler Perry to concede. "He began a talk that I was hard to work with. He lied." This deception escalated her doubt and outrage, illustrating an industry ready to control stories to keep up with control. Strangely enough, Monique's significant other also, Supervisor Sydney Hicks, noticed that Perry appeared to be irritated by the adulation Monique got during the honor season, especially at the Oscars, as indicated by Hicks. Perry's dissatisfaction was clear at the point when the audience's cheers for Monique eclipsed those for Oprah. This unpretentious, however, telling subtlety adds one more layer to the perplexing elements between these compelling figures. "You attempting to tell me to accomplish something that I'm not authoritatively committed to do." Mike's frankness kept on powering the quarrel during a stand-up show on Feline Williams' parody visit. She openly thrashed both Oprah and Perry in an exploitive loaded bluster, displaying her unwavering rebellion. "I'm also cracking old to be terrified of this witch," she pronounced, pointing straightforwardly at the strong news investor. As the story unfolds, obviously the contention reaches out to past private complaints and addresses more extensive issues of force elements and double dealing inside Hollywood. Monique has more than once featured the foundational predisposition she accepts she confronted, contrasting her vocation direction to that of her white partners. "On the off chance that I was a white lady, my name would be Melissa McCarthy," she once expressed, underlining the difference in open doors and treatment. This leads us to the inquiry: could the claims Monique has made against Perry and Oprah be an impression of more profound issues inside the industry? One insider uncovered that Monique's recording of Perry's statement of regret was an essential move to secure herself against additional control. The recording, supposedly heard by a few industry figures, including Reverend Al Sharpton and Kevin Hart affirmed Perry's affirmation of bad behavior, yet additionally his hesitance to freely revise. What is going on in a stunning turn? Regardless of the enmity, Perry consented to meet with Monique under unambiguous conditions. She should come alone, without her better half, and issue a general acknowledge. Meant this request causes a commotion, and recommends a DZ Temples and recommends a craving to control the account and keep up with his impact unchallenged Monique anyway. Stay undaunted, requesting a certifiable general acknowledgement from both Perry and Oprah. I was grappling with myself today. I need you all to hear me, child. I was wrestling with my mommy self today. This continuous show has not just kept Hollywood abuzz, yet in addition ignited a more extensive discussion about decency, regard, and value in the media outlet. Monique's mental fortitude to revolt against two of the most strong figures in Hollywood features the difficulties numerous craftsmen face when they oppose double dealing as we change to the contention between Tyler Perry and Eddie Murphy. It's vital to perceive how these previous occasions have molded the ongoing scene. Eddie Murphy's allegations against Perry for taking advantage of dark specialists add fuel to, and that's what previously seething fire proposing Perry's supposed abuse of Monique may be essential for a bigger example. Murphy, known for his own put-away profession, brings a new viewpoint and a new flood of investigation into Perry's practices. With all the disturbances encompassing Monique, it's no shock that numerous VIPs have moved forward to help her. This influx of backing has come from both expected and startling sources, each adding their voice to the continuous talk. Among the most vocal is Eddie Murphy, whose stinging censure of Tyler Perry has, as it were, increased the focus on this discussion. And he's chief. He's just head-assuming that you heard him say that time, "I don't need no issue," right? Be that as it may, assuming you need an issue right now, we got an issue. Eddie Murphy, a transcending figure in parody and film, seldom finds himself at the core of Hollywood's debates, known something else for his famous jobs and incredible stand-up exhibitions than for participating in open for Murphy's choice to stand firm against Tyler Perry has caused a commotion. His public reproach of Perry isn't simply a guard of Monique, but a striking proclamation against the more extensive double-dealing he sees inside the business. Murphy's association in this contention is critical in light of multiple factors. Right off the bat, his vocation has been a demonstration of flexibility and adaptability, progressing from stand-up parody to blockbuster films with no sweat. His voice conveys weight, and when he talks, individuals tune in by favoring Monique and reprimanding Perry. Murphy is utilizing his impressive impact to shine a light on the more obscure parts of Hollywood perspectives that many have either overlooked or been excessively reluctant about. The possibility of tending to. Besides Murphy's help from Monique is established in a mutual perspective of the industry's difficulties. Having confronted his own arrangement of highs and lows, Murphy knows what it's like to explore the tricky waters of Hollywood. His sympathy for Monique's circumstances is substantial, and his eagerness to stand up for her openly exhibits a degree of fortitude that rises above private interest. Murphy sees the unfairness Monique has confronted not as a confined occurrence, but as a component of a foundational issue of influencing many dark specialists. No doubt, I'm 61, so you settle the score on the off chance that you're not attempting, and you realize there's stuff that gets added to you. Strangely enough, Murphy's choice to stand up comes all at once, at the point when Hollywood is going through critical examination and change. His mediation recommends that he accepts presently is the right second to push for change by getting down on Perry. Murphy is not simply tending to an individual complaint. He's offering a more extensive expression about the requirement for reasonableness and regard in the media outlet. His position is a strong update that regardless of how effective or powerful one becomes, there is generally a need to stand up against double dealing and promoter for the underrepresented. In another stunning win, Spike Lee, who had his own public fight with Tyler Perry, has likewise shown fortitude with Monique Lee, known for his hard-hitting films that tackle bigotry and social unfairness. Once scrutinized Perry's depiction of dark characters, portraying them as building up hurtful generalizations despite the fact that their fight has chilled off. Lee's past reactions lend weight to the continuous examination of Perry's practices. That's what I still think a ton of stuff that is on today is coery nonsense. During a meeting, Perry tended to Lee's reactions, protecting his function as a recognition for individuals he developed up with. He contended that his movies reverberate with numerous on the grounds that they portrayed genuine encounters and stories from the African American population. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.